Oprah Presidential Dreams Implode as video reveals racist demand for white people. As the left continues their full-on assault of President Donald Trump, they made it clear who they want to run against him in 2020 and have abundantly expressed their wishes for it to be Oprah Winfrey. Too bad for them. Any presidential dreams for Oprah just imploded, and all it took was the resurfacing of a video from 2013 exposing her racist demand. Liberals are comical, in a childish kind of way. Maybe ignorant is a better word to describe them. At the end of the day, they hopeless, and they know it. So, what do? Well, they see something work somewhere else and automatically assume that it will work for them. In fact, that's exactly what they trying to do in hopes of defeating President Donald Trump. Believing that he's just a celebrity who won the election, they sought out one of their own celebrity elite to go up against him in 2020, Oprah Winfrey. Too bad for them. Their plan has too many flaws to count. For one, Trump is an actual businessman. He grown a company from the ground up, specializing in growth, numbers, economics, etc. Sure, Oprah has a company of her own, which she was responsible for building, but hers was founded on entertainment. Of course, seeing how she black and a woman, they believe they can once again throw certain demographics into the mix, hoping that it boosts desire from voters for her to be president. Unfortunately for both Oprah and those who wish to see her as president, their plan just went up in smoke. As was previously mentioned, there were too many reasons that Oprah being in the Oval Office would never work, and another one just came to light. As it turns out, Oprah took part in an interview with the BBC back in 2013, and the video has just resurfaced showing her racist demands for white people. In short, she wants them to die. No, I'm not just making that up. Of course the problem is not solved, Oprah began. Speaking of racism, as long as people can be judged by the color of their skin, the problem not solved, she added, as reported by InfoWars, before she went on to judge others based on the color of their skin. As long as there are people who still, and they're a whole generation. I said this for apartheid South Africa, I said this for my own community in the South. There are still generations of people, older people, who were born and bred and marinated in it, in the prejudice and racism, and they just have to die, Oprah boldly declared. Oprah's message was simple and clear. Old white racists just have to die off so that racism doesn't exist anymore. However, to the left-leaning rag Snopes, she said no such thing. So, with the words being right there on video for all to hear, how do they go about debunking it? Well, by arguing semantics, of course. In their article, they suggest that because Oprah never specifically said white, she was and talking about white people. But, here the kicker, in the second to last paragraph, they actually debunk their own argument, saying that she was, in fact, talking about white people. So, basically, they argue that Oprah didn't say that all white people need to die, but they the only ones actually saying that she did say all. In fact, their debunking article was written because of a post, seen above, by Paul Joseph Watson, who simply wrote, "Old white people must have to die." He didn't say she said all. Yet, that word all is the technicality Snopes is using to say the allegations against Oprah Winfrey are false, even though they say within the article that the claim is valid. If this doesn't prove Snopes' liberal bias to readers, nothing will. Oprah Winfrey presidential dreams are crumbling faster than the liberal left created them. As Mad World News previously reported, in another interview, she bashed Christians, Jesus, and even God himself, trying to appear smarter than she was about how one reaches heaven. Too bad for her, she just exposed her ignorance. So, if this is the person the left wants to put up against President Donald Trump, then we shouldn't stop them from digging their own grave. They did it with Hillary Clinton, and history has a way of repeating itself. So, we say, bring her on. President Donald Trump will beat her too, just like he said he would, and he a man of his word.